What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the late night special. Call it late night because I'm on my way to punch somebody's clock. You know what I'm saying? But it's a late night special for Bullshit TV. I'm your host, the one and only me. So, today on the doctorate, what is today's discussion? More bullshit clogging up the public toilets of the police brutality of killing African American black people, men in particular, women and children of color is not, excused from these activities of these dirty ass cops. So I would like to start off and say, Daniel Cameron, you, my brother, started this. You could have had this shit nipped up in the butt when Breonna Taylor happened, when they had a botch warrant running into someone's home in the middle of the night, early morning, before the sun gets up, before somebody had their first bathroom break of the day, of the new day that they knew they was going to be productive. Daniel Cameron, this is your fault. If you would have held the cops liable, accountable for their actions in 2020 of the death of Breonna Taylor, they had a botch warrant. The individual that was in the home with Miss Taylor had a gun. And since it was 1 or 2 in the morning, they kicked in the door. He let one warning shot off, and it happened to strike an officer in the thigh. Luckily, just the thigh. And it ended up ringing out 20-something bullets into the apartment and killed Miss Taylor right then and there. They ain't even checked to see if it was a way she could have been saved in any type of way, because we all seen the video of the police going in there and just stepping over her body looking for shit, and they ain't even render her aid. So how's this Daniel Cameron's fault, and he's in Kentucky? Is because if he would have held them cops liable, we wouldn't have a Breonna number 2, but honestly it's 3, 4 black people done died in their home by a fucking cop. Back in 2019, I believe, a Tanti down in Texas, she was playing with her nephew or her son 2 o'clock in the morning with the door open, playing video games, but the door of the house was wide open. Somebody called the police, and somebody shot Miss Antoinette. I can't remember. It's so long. She's in Texas, and they shot her through the window of her kitchen because he was Snoop, the police officer that was conducting a well-being check, was snooping around her house, then announced himself and shot her through the window of her house, killing her. And then they find a gun. Then they report the gun after they see the F up. And then in 2020, Breonna Taylor, she was a fellow city's important person because she was an EMT. She was part of an EMT. And the police ran up in her house looking for a suspect, which wasn't there at her home. And they didn't have no way of knowing. I don't know why, because it should be part of protocol. And they killed her in her house. And then you got the guy right before Miss Taylor, I believe again in Texas. He was eating ice cream at night and got killed by a cop that walked into his apartment. Killed him. These officers may be off duty, on duty, but they have a history of being cops, and cops doing dirty shit. So what's going on today, in the past, I want to say 48 hours, is Amir down in Minnesota. Once again, Minnesota killed an innocent black man. He was from Texas. I believe he was visiting friends, maybe some family members, maybe some family, distant family, maybe a girlfriend, I'm not sure, but he was in Minnesota, but he was born and raised in Minnesota, and somewhere along the line he ended up in Texas, and he came back to Minnesota just to visit whatever he was doing, maybe on a business plan, because it's multiple report outlets reporting on the news and news writing that he was wanted to be an entrepreneur. He had a bunch of ideas that he wanted to see to bring to life, and he was not able to live long enough to see that shit through fruition, which is bullshit. He was 22 years old. So what is the case at hand right now? The case at hand is Amir. He was in Minnesota, and it was another botched fucking raid. Mr. Daniel Camry, if you would have handled those officers that did that shit in Texas, every other politician, police officer, whoever the fuck that passes these laws would have stopped these motherfucking botch warrants, no-knock warrants. That's the type of warrant that took Amir's life. And you think Minnesota has learned a lesson due to the fact of not Ahmaud Arbery, but George Floyd. They just got convicted of 4 dirty cops. New to the game or not, they were dirty cops and they killed an innocent man. I don't care what y'all said about George Floyd. If he was a drug addict or what, he was a sick individual that needed help. He did not deserve to die in the middle of the street the way he did for everybody to see. And now we have Amir. And he was sleeping. He was asleep at someone's home. They do a botch raid. Then the motherfuckers had a key to the home. Yes, the police officers had a key to the home, walked in, yelling. It's 5 different cops giving 5 different commands. And you can still see, you see a couch, and then you see an officer walk up to the couch and kick the couch. And then one of the other officers' body camera feed catches Ahmaud on the couch sleeping with a blanket wrapped around him. And next to him, you can see he has his phone. His phone is on the charger. Normal people do that shit. Clean police officers sleep with their phone next to them. Dirty police officers sleep with their phone next to them. I sleep with my phone next to me. You sleep with your phone next to you. And he also had a firearm. Oh shit, he got a fucking gun. But y'all sneaking in this man's, wherever this man at, sneaking in the house for one. Then when y'all get in the house, then y'all want to announce the fucking police department bullshit announcement. Kick the fucking couch. That's a rude awakening, bro. A normal human being with no type of training of boxing, military, police, some type of martial art, some type of shit. For a normal person with no type of training in those categories, when they are rudely awakened by something, it takes a second to even adjust what's going on. You're sleeping. Even when you're awake and you get in a car accident, if you're doing the right thing and you just driving down the fucking street and all you hear is this big noise and you like, what the fuck was that? It takes you up to 15, 12 seconds to understand, oh shit, I've been in a car accident. You feel me? So they gave this man no time to even drop the gun, or they ain't even had no time to say, drop the weapon. He was asleep. They could have just drug him off the fucking couch. It would have been wrong still. But they decided. So Amir reached for the gun. And you can clearly see in the video, his finger was not on the trigger. His finger was like this on the gun. Let's say I have a gun in my hand. This is how his finger was. It wasn't like this. It was like this. And he was coming up from underneath the cover. And that fucking police officer shot him. I don't know how many times he was shot. I don't know where he was shot. But it was fatal. He died. He was died before they could carry him down to the ambulance. Why they carried him to the ambulance and why wasn't the ambulance already there? Because supposedly, allegedly, what is being reported, that the police had EMTs already on site, so they knew they was ready about to do some motherfucking dirty work. It was gonna be a body bag in the back of that ambulance, and it had to be Amir's, and Amir wasn't even in the goddamn warrant. And the warrant, and if you think about it, a warrant is coming to search a house for property. It's not even a warrant for arrest, seriously. They was there to search for property. I don't know if they was there to look for evidence for murder, which is property. I don't know if it was a drug case. They was looking for drugs. I don't know if they was looking for a stolen radio, stolen car keys, stolen Nikes, a stolen phone. I don't know, but they had a warrant for property, to seize property, not to come in there to kill somebody. So Daniel Camry, you got more blood on your fucking hands because you let the motherfuckers walk because of Breonna fucking Taylor. Now you got these botch warrants going across America that is still being executed to this day. And you trying to tell us to keep talking to the politicians, keep voting and all this shit? I think it is time that y'all just call it for what it is. Y'all don't give a fuck about us. We do what we want the fuck to do, and we can fucking adjust the way we intertwine with y'all. I'm not saying I'm going to do anything, but I know my brothers and sisters are broken. They are fucking tired, and they are angry. They are angry that you can't even be at your friend's house, having nothing to do with nothing, and get killed and murdered right there on the fucking couch. I don't even think he realized there's a possibility that he was about to get shot. That's how asleep he was. So you want us to stay so fucking woke that we have to stay awake? Because now y'all just walking up in people's shit in the middle of the fucking night, and they trying to say the reason for botch warrants is just in case and keep the public safe. If it's a kidnapping going on, hostage situation, nah, fuck that. I am not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to fucking hear that shit. I am not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it, because it seems like the only time a fucking botch raid happens is when y'all busting it through a colored person house, a black person, an African American, a human being's home to kill them. Just say y'all don't give a fuck, so we can adjust accordingly to your fucking actions. So y'all better stop that shit. I'm dead fucking serious. I don't give a fuck who report this shit. I don't care. I don't care. We tired. We are sick and tired. Y'all can see the shit. And there's still somebody out there gonna say some racist ass shit. He shouldn't have pointed a gun at an officer. He was fucking asleep. And your gun-toting ass, it's my right to bear arms. It's my right. It's my constitutional right. But you only say that shit when it only has something to do with you. But if it's somebody else, let me fucking kick in your motherfucking door and just shoot you. And you got a fucking gun. They want to sit here and get all this motherfucking money for newer cars, hire fucking artillery to kill fucking just normal fucking citizens of the fucking city or your fucking community, but you can't use this fucking money for better fucking surveillance. You're a fucking police. I don't have no type of lawyer experience, no police, no type of investigation, never been to a fucking seminar. But if I'm in there, I got a SWAT team for fucking property because I have a fucking warrant. I want to make sure I know what's going on in that house. I don't need nobody on the street working for me, a fucking crackhead motherfucker that's trying to get a lenient sentence, get off probation earlier, get a slap on the wrist for dropping dirty on probation because you give intel. Nah, you need to sit your motherfucking ass out there and scope the fucking place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long he was in Minnesota for this visit, but if you would have scoped the place, you would have known that you had an unknown person also in the house. And then the way the fucking news put the news out there, he had a gun. Oh, he had a gun. Okay, it was cool. He pointed at the officers. So that's what they reported. That fucking gun was not pointed at the officers. His finger was on the side of the gun. He was in, I don't know who's in front of me, but just in case I gotta let this bitch go, I'm gonna let this bitch go. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even say put the gun down, step away from the weapon, get on the floor, none of that shit. They got in that house, and within 9 seconds of breaking the fucking the threshold, they killed him. Killed that boy. He was 22 years old. Had a whole life ahead of him. And you wonder why people act the way they act in front of fucking police officers. We don't trust you bitches. Y'all ain't nothing but bitches with badges. Like dead ass. Dead ass. Like I'm beyond fucking hurt. I'm fucking pissed the fuck off. Cause Minnesota, again? Y'all still haven't learned y'all motherfucking lesson? So when motherfuckers get out there and start burning shit up, acting a fucking fool, y'all did this shit. And Daniel Cameron, you had something to do with it too. Talking about, oh, I'm also a black man. You ain't nothing, motherfucker. You ain't nothing but a blackface. That's what you are. You a fucking puppet for the motherfuckers, and you failing to realize that shit. Another fucking botch warrant for another innocent life dead. Cause of fucking what? And all you motherfuckers that got some negative shit to say, he ain't have no fucking record. He was squeaky clean. Legal gun owner. All of that shit. And he was still murdered. What the fuck? Motherfuckers out here talking that cash shit. Like y'all don't know some motherfucking negative ass people. Y'all better get the fuck on with that shit, bro. For real. You bet, man. We out here fucking still protesting, doing the right shit, registering to vote, all this type of shit to see a better fucking life. And we steady begging and pleading with y'all. You know who should have ran up in the motherfucking Capitol building? Not the motherfucking Trumpsters. Some niggas should have ran up in there. Some black people should have insurrected the motherfucking Capitol building. Because we sitting here pleading, we signing all types of shit to get laws passed and all this other shit, and y'all steady doing shit against us to keep us oppressed. We should be running up and shit talking about hang Mike Pence and all this other shit. That should be us. But no, we want to do the shit right, and we have a forgiving heart. Y'all getting us to a point, it ain't gonna be no forgiving heart. It's gonna be war right here on the grounds, and y'all setting that shit up. This shit y'all doing is premeditated what could happen. I'm not saying that we are going to do it, because I see people out here, they want to do it the right way. They want you just to listen to us. And if you don't even give a fuck about us, just put us off in the corner where y'all don't even go. You already don't go in the fucking hood. And this is what we fucking talk about when we say defund the fucking police. Because the police out here doing dirty ass shit. You feel me? I feel like this. If y'all don't want to defund the fucking police, make sure all the police is defunding the people they background. So if you African American, it should only be black fucking police department. If you over there in fucking Hollywood fucking Hills with all the white folks, well, it should just be fucking white police officers. If y'all want to do that shit, just desegregate this, just segregate the fucking country again. Because every time somebody black going somewhere, the police getting called and police is killing us. They're killing us. And getting a fucking slap on the wrist. Oh, we got to investigate. What the fuck is it investigate when you always got video? You know what I'm saying? That's why they came up with fucking DNA. DNA to try to pin shit on fucking black people. And you know what? Black people was getting off because they ain't had nothing to do with the fucking crime. They was falsely accused and then falsely imprisoned and falsely fucking murdered every fucking day. You gonna hear me today. I'm fucking pissed off with this shit. I thought I was gonna be able to calm down because I finally got the fucking Tim Hortons, because the Tim Hortons around me close early. I work nights and shit, so when I get up, Tim Hortons already closed. So I don't know if they going out of business or it's really because of COVID and people don't want to work, so they close at a certain time. So I finally got my Tim Hortons, and I thought that would make me happy. But just talking about Amir dying on a visit, it's fucking ridiculous. Dead ass. It's fucking ridiculous that y'all steady out here doing this shit. So when another fucking police department, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if another fucking police department go up in flames, you did it. And then y'all lied in the state of Minnesota talking about y'all got rid of fucking botch warrants. No warrants. And y'all still fucking using them. You're fucking lying, you bitch. Y'all bitches. Yeah, I'm ranting. I'm ranting like a motherfucker. Y'all ain't right, and y'all know y'all ain't right, and y'all going to fucking hell. I don't give a fuck how many times y'all go to the mosque, wherever the fuck y'all go, Catholics and all that shit. How many times you repent your fucking sins for this shit, y'all going to fucking hell. You going to hell. If you don't go to fucking prison, you going to fucking hell. This how y'all gonna fucking start off fucking Black History Month? Kill all the niggas. That's how I'm looking at it. Black History Month, and y'all steady killing niggas. Can we get a break? Nah. And you wonder why black people always the way they are. Because of this shit right here. You feel me? DNA getting niggas off. And then now we got surveillance tapes out here that's going back to, well, back to the investigations and shit. Now okay, we just put cameras in these crimes and you'll see what they doing. But why you always pointing a finger is always pointing back at you. And it's showing what the fuck y'all doing. And then the news coverage is sitting out here reporting whatever the fuck the police department is giving them. And it's false information. But that's it for Bullshit TV right now. That was a long little segment, but I hope y'all feel my anger, my pain, my sadness, the oppression, the confusion. The way shit is going is not right. But as this story do develop more, I will be giving what I know. And I'm going to start reciting some of these fucking bullshit ass shit that y'all keep saying black people doing. And it's y'all white asses. It's the Keebler man's people doing this shit. It's the three fucking stooges. It's Jim Crow. Y'all all doing this shit. All of y'all. It ain't us, it's y'all. Y'all killing us for what reason?